Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we're getting ready to start week 4. One thing I forgot to do is the individual bomber variant. We ended up getting an experience point for that, and we had 2 experience points total. But since Dean died, we had to replace our co-pilot. So I spent 2 experience points to replace him, and that's written right on the sheet there. Sorry I'm shaking around so much, but I'm zoomed in here. So see, so the only penalty for Dean dying here is it costs 2 experience points to replace him. So right now I wrote in Dean Jr. Because I had no originality. But feel free to write in the comments who should be my co-pilot to replace our infinitely awesome designer Dean, who has helped us so much with this campaign playthrough in all of our rules, clarifications, and things of that nature. So we're gonna do a small 21 gun salute for him. I don't know do they do that for Air Force? I assume they would. But anyways, Dean will forever be remembered as the co-pilot who was shot down over Berlin. I think, yeah, that was over Berlin. So he helped us take out that vehicle factory. So thank you, Dean, for all of your accomplishments. And let's get him replaced. Okay, the other thing that happened, and this never happened at all in the first campaign, is we took damage. Look at this. We have engine damage right here. Now, there's nothing about the damage, unless it's written on the, there's nothing here that's written to explain, that's frame damage, sorry. This is engine damage. Okay, so we have engine damage. I don't think that it causes, well, here, let me read here. Post mission. If crew members were killed, pay points to replace. Use unspent experience to adjust air-to-air or mechanic value. If bomber is damaged, roll for mechanic to fix damage. If successful, remove damage. If not successful, the bomber cannot fly the next mission. And then we have to roll after the next group mission. So that's the issue. So we have engine damage, and I probably should have spent my experience points. I get a point here, and a point there. I probably should have improved my mechanic. So the mechanic, it's really hard to see, but it says on a 7 or better, we will fix damage. And then for 2 experience points, we can get a +1 to our DRM. And I know it was just off camera, but there's like a really light silhouette right where the end of my pen is that says 7+. And the original sheet is also really hard to read, but it might be easier to see. See right there, it says 7+ under mechanic fixed damage. So whenever I made a photocopy of it, it obviously gets a lot lighter. So the mechanic needs 7 damage. I'm sorry, a roll of a 7. Otherwise, we can't go in the next mission. And I rolled a 5. So that's a problem. Our trek to becoming ace is being hampered. So let's go ahead and start week 4. We had another issue, and that is the bomber group that we're a part of has 9 total damage, and I'm thinking of not sending them on the mission anyways. So that'll give us a chance to roll again over there, and we'll probably rest this bomber group and it'll heal up 3 points of damage, because 9 points of damage is too much. We're not quite shaken with 9 points of damage, but I don't think we want to push it anymore. So with that said, how can we destroy, this is the last week of the month, so we need to go after some vehicle targets, yes, but maybe not this week. I think this week we want to go after supply, because this is our last chance to reduce the supply of Luftwaffe squadrons that are going to come out. And this is a torrential amount, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 of them would come out. That's a ridiculous number. So let's get cracking. We had 5 SO points at the end of the last week, so we're going to get 28 total because we finally got all of the subs eliminated there. So 28 and 5 is what, 33? So we're going to start with 33 SO points. And for sure, we're going to buy a bomber. And I know I should have picked out these bombers before we got there, or I should have put them in some kind of order. I definitely want the replenish points. See that there? I want the replenish points. That is by far, this one I'm just so nervous because he has a -1 air to ground, even at average. And then he needs a whole 7 experience points before he can become skilled. But the replenish is there. So he gets the replenish a lot earlier than others. And then, of course, he goes to replenish 2 later. So Screwball is sort of like, I'm always like leaning towards him. See, like this one, they have repair, but it doesn't happen until he becomes skilled, which I guess is not that far down the road. And then at an ace. So this guy only gets up to +1 air to ground. I don't think we're going to find one that has a +2 air to ground. That Paradise Lost does. Our old plane Paradise Lost. It has +2. Well, here we go. Misbehaving has +2 as an ace, but see, there's no replenish. No replenish of any kind. That's the problem. You get those nice air to ground benefits, but then they don't come with any other benefit that you're looking for. So many trade-offs in this game. Here's another one with a nice repair too, but obviously it's only a +1. Here's hoping. And then Flak Happy. I just really like the name Flak Happy. That's a very fun name. Flak Happy has really poor stats. It's a veteran is a +1, but even at skilled, it's a +0. Bloody 100th. Okay, so what was I thinking? I was thinking Screwball, but I think Outlaw here. Was it Hey Mabel? Hey Mabel, veteran, Jolly Roger. Here's hoping. One of these, was it this one? Screwball had the early? Yeah, he did. We're going to do Screwball. All right, so he's going to cost 14 points. Remember, there's a 4-point discount because of the campaign, but we're going to pay the extra 4 to go from green to average. So he'll start off average. He still gets a -1 to his air to ground, but he does have a replenish 1. And so the -1 air to ground does stink. We're going to add him as the 4th in our bomber wing of all the B-17s and the B-29. So we're probably going to, geez, I'm so sorry I keep bumping into the camera. So that's 14 points. So 33, 23, that puts us what, to 19? 19 total SO points left. And I'm going to save those 19 because I think we need them for our bombs. Oh, and it'd probably be nice to get a pilot for him. So we'll get the this one. He only costs 3, and it's -2 experience per level. So let's do that. So I will spend 3 more and get it down to 16. And here we go. So let's roll for weather and get our recon and targets picked. So UK first. It is a 3, which is just partly cloudy. This is a 1. Stormy weather here. And I'm just getting my book open so I can make sure. Yeah, a 1 is stormy and a 2 is mostly. Stormy weather means no mission. So we can't do a mission in zone 1. That's sort of okay. We have a lot of Luftwaffe there. So let's do zone 2. That's a clear sky. We like clear skies. All right, so we got a temptation to go there. And then zone 3, I rolled an 8. What's an 8? That is clear skies. So clear skies again for zone 3. So this whole side of the map is wide open for us. So now, since we're looking at supply, this one is 3 supply and that one's 3 supply. let's go after the ones that are the most supply. I mean, that makes the most sense, right? So let's look at our aircraft factories. My eyes are so bad these days. Okay, so I'm gonna grab them and bring them closer. Here's the two aircraft factories. This one is in Hex 7, which is here, and that is stormy weather. So we can't go after this one. So we gotta put it back and find a different target. This one is in Hex 15. That one is doable, so I will put that in our target list. So now the question gets a little murkier. Do we go after a 2 supply, which is not, super, because here's the deal. The 2 supply ones are the lowest, they're as low as it goes. So if we destroy a 2 supply, it's possible that next month it'll be replaced with a 4 supply one. And so then we're back to having to bomb more factories again. I don't think, because they always rebuild factories, there's no way to eliminate these. So we have to just live with the fact we're going to have a whole bunch of these. So I'm just trying to get rid of the bigger numbers. I think it still benefits us to eliminate one completely. We get the victory points for it, of course. By the way, you do get partial victory points if you, can reduce it in half and things like that. But try not to do that because you're not going to win the game if you do that. But just so you know, that there is a thing in the back of the book for final scoring where if that does happen, and that is the case, don't get upset. You will get partial credit. So we could go after an airfield, which would help us remove another one of these Luftwaffe squadrons, which just makes room for the more that are coming. Or we just go after a vehicle factory, which I think is what we want to do. So it's either, in my opinion, we're either going after a 2 supply one, because if we get rid of 2, I guess 2 is something, right? Something is better than nothing. Representative Omar says that, someone did something on 9/11, so we might as well do something. Let's look at the vehicle factories, see what those involve. Okay, so here's my thoughts. This is going to bring out a Hellstrom of Luftwaffe wings. So we think we're getting attacked by a lot of bandits now. Wait till all these come out. The bandits are going to just be swarming us, okay? I think it behooves us to go after targets that are, deep in Mannheim or Marienfeld, right? That's a 4 range away. So this one actually is where Berlin is. I think we need to go for that because if we have to go deep into Germany for these targets, it's going to be a lot harder after all of these Luftwaffe squadrons get produced. Now I know it looks here like I got one that's at 18 and another one at 16. So these are both very deep into territory. And I am just now realizing we have incendiary, so we could try to make sure we do that. So they will get harder. 18, of course, is the hardest of all of them. And where is this one? This one's in Hex 3. Okay, Hex 3 is here. That one could be very difficult to get to as well. So I'm going to go for 18. I would have gone for 2 of these if it wasn't for the fact that we're at the end of the month. I think that by destroying this factory, we're going to remove 3 supply, and that's worth doing. We could also get an extra victory point if we overkill it. I am concerned about the Luftwaffe or the flak response. It does require a significant number of damage points, which is another issue. This one, we get a +2, and we still have to get the same significant damage. So that's the age-old dilemma. Do I remove 3 from the swarm of them that are coming? Or do I take advantage of the fact that they haven't come yet and go after 2 deep targets? Try to eliminate both of them And then when the swarm comes, I'm going to sit pretty because I only have one more to do, which would be this one. Actually, it would be this one. I think the Berlin one is the one I want to do next month. The thing about Berlin is it's up north here, so you can sort of clear out a Luftwaffe path and get to here pretty easily. 3 and 18 are not as easy to get to, and even now with 3, if I get a +1 range Luftwaffe response, I'm going to get swarmed just going to 3. So I think, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to let the aircraft factory stay. We're just going to deal with it after the fact. And I think we need to go after these 2 vehicle targets stat, because this is our best opportunity to get them with low Luftwaffe counts. Yeah, this is insanity, but I'm going to do it. Now, the big thing is who's going to do what. So I think the target that gets the +2, which is Hex 18. Oh. This one is going to be the B-24s. This one will be the B-17s. And our B-29 is going to sit out for this one. So the B-29 is going to heal 3. So this -9 is going to go down to -6, which is huge. And then let's roll the die right now and see if we repair our engine damage, and you know, make sure that everything's okay there. And I did roll a 9, so we did fix it. And I think from here on out we need to improve that, because a 7 is really low odds. We got lucky. So we're gonna we'll be ready to go out on a mission when the B-29 goes out on a mission next week. So yeah, and then we'll put more points into our mechanic. And it says we can get them up to a 2+ max. So I think that means we can get them down to a 5. So a 5 is a lot better. That's 50% odds. Okay, so if the B-24s are going to go after Hex 18, we're going to give them the new pilot. Both of them are damaged once. And then, so here's our 2 Mustangs. I'm really glad I bought them. This one's going to go with the B-24s. This one's going to go with the B-17s. He's got out of the sun. The B-24s aren't as well equipped to defend themselves. Should I flip it? Yeah, I'm going to flip it. This guy's going to go with the B-24s. This one will go with the B-17s. And like I said, this one B-17 is just sitting out. Okay, so which one are we going to do first? We're going to do the B-24s first. And obviously, we're going to go 1. We get to roll the Luftwaffe response. Let's do that. Oh, we rolled a 10. Okay, so it is all out. All right, so we got a 1, 2, 3 target. And the good news, so here's the good news. If it was all out here, which is our other target, we would have had to deal with a lot more squadrons coming after us. So, well, maybe not a lot more. I guess it's about the same. Okay, so let's get our lineup over here. We did say we were bringing our best pilot, which is the 359th. And that is this one. And he has to sweep so he can get a range of +2 and be able to survive the trip with them. And then we're going to do... Oh, we have 3 B-24s now. Because we're not doing ASW missions. So this should be an easy run. Well, famous last words, right? But since we're not doing... yeah, there's no more ASW runs, so So now we got to do some recon. Got a little bit ahead of myself. Let's do some recon. They're both the same, but I'll put them out. And then red will be the target we're doing now, and white will be the other target. And I rolled a 4 for red and a 6 for white. So here's the cool thing, and this is why we bought the Gucci Recon. A 4 is still medium intel, and it would not have been for the less expensive Recon. So we got medium intel for both of them, which means we negated all the penalties. Okay, is there anything else? We got an all-out response. We are set up. We're good to go. Let's do our event. I need to set up the bombs. I forgot to do that. And then we have to jettison one of them. Okay, so bomb totem mama. So we have 8 tonnage points. We're going after a target that does allow incendiary. So I will bring along 1 incendiary, and we're going to put this one on Bomb Totem Mama. And then 4 more points for Bomb Totem Mama. We have 16 total. So if I wanted to spend, let's say, 8 points, I could do 2 of them that cost 3, and then 1 that costs 2. And then the rest would be 0 bombs. Sure. So I'm going to do 2 of them that cost 3. And I'm going to put both of them on Bomb Totem Mama. And I'm doing this knowing that there's a card that's going to make me discard something. And if Bomb Totem Mama is selected, I'm going to be screwed. However, so this is a stupid decision to put both of these on Bomb Totem Mama. But I was not supposed to know what was on that card before. So I'm doing this intentionally because that's probably how I would have done it had I not known what was on that card. So knowing what's on that card, this is a really dumb configuration for me, but it is what it is. So 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so a lot of 0 cost bombs are coming out just because I can't afford the Gucci's for everything. I could buy the bombs that actually gave the +2 air to ground, but for the B-24s, the +2 air to ground is nice, but then it only does 3 hits. It only has 3 damage on it, and it costs only 3. So it is quite the conundrum there, but I'm going to go with that. Okay, so now we got to do the event. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, right there it is. 1, 2, 3. I freaking rolled a 3. So I have to discard one of our Gucci's. So we just lost 3 SO points. And that's fine. I mean, I wasn't supposed to know. And so that's why I set it up like that. But that hurts. This mission is now in jeopardy. Okay, so we fly. 1, 2. This one will not respond because he's in our path. Then we go to 3. So now this one's going to respond with a 1. And this one will respond with a 3. And that's it. So we're going to get 2 bandits on us. All right, so the first one is directly under us. And the second one is 1 away. Oh, we got a noob and... okay, so the noob will engage us. And then the veteran is 1 away. So he will also engage us. So we have quite the conundrum here because we can kill the noob because he's only going to engage us for one turn. And so we can try to kill him now so we can get the experience points and the credit. But then that veteran will get a shot at us. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go after the veteran and just let the noob fly away. The veteran's a bigger threat. He can hit us with a 4, 6, or 8. We have Out of the Sun, so we're going to get to go first. He has Out of the Sun written on him, but since the commander doesn't use that tactic, it doesn't cancel our Out of the Sun. So we are going to get to go first. And we did pick our best guy, so this is going to be like a +8 to our roll. So I rolled a 3. Gosh darn it, we needed everything. So here we go. We get to add 9 to our roll because we have a 6 on our fighter and then 3 for Out of the Sun. So we got a +9, that's 12. And then there's 2 armor here. It brings it down to a 10, and we still got him. So the veteran's destroyed, and he's forever out of the game. And so we get a victory point, or experience point, I mean, for that. So that's up to 3 for him. And then this one does get to fight us, and he misses, and then he flies away. Because he only was engaging us for one turn. All right, so now using the variant here, we're doing sweep, so we get a -2. So the sweep is more punitive, by the way. As much as sweep is awesome, it does cause us to lose more strength quicker. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Okay, so now we're going to go here. This one will refresh. This one will go to a 2. And then this one's going to engage us with a 1. And this one will engage us with a 3. So once again, we have one that's on us and then one that's one away. All right, so let's move you over to here. And we're going to grab 2 more bandits. See if we can get that noob again. Here's the first one and here's the second one. All right, well, the second one's like a 88. The first one we said is over the target. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to roll for the other one. I rolled an 8, which means he's going to attack the third bomber. All right, so let's do this first. We get to go first. That's the awesome part about our fighter. He's out of the water. I actually think that this bandit is just begging them to come. That's how good he is. We just got another experience point for that. Oh, and then I forgot. We move 1, 2. So I'm just going to put 1 here to show that we're going to remove 1 at the end of the week. Let's do it properly. How about that? Instead of trying to constantly min-max this. Okay, and then this just gets to take a pot shot at us. It's a 3. It misses wildly, so we're safe. Okay, so we are now over the target, and we said this was going to be the vehicle factory for Hex 18. So that's this guy right here. And red, white, and blue. I like that system. And by the way, these are all DVG dice. DVG just constantly changes the color of dice depending on which leader game you buy. I don't know if there was a system to it, but I'm sort of happy because I like having the 3 different colors. All right, red, white, and blue. It hits on a 7. And remember, they get a +2 per the campaign rules. All right, this is a 7. This is a 10. And this is a 6. So this is a miss. Red is the 448th. That's just going to be a hit. I don't get to mitigate anything there. So that is Sad Sack. And he is a sad sack indeed, as he takes his first damage. Okay, white is up to a 10. And that one is the 458th. That's Bomb Totin' Mama. Bomb Totin' Mama gets to reduce this by 2. So it's just an 8. I'm looking at the target. That's still 2 hits. Man. So even with that, it's 2 hits. So we just went up to -7. And we are now shaken. Dang it. Even with a flak defense of -2, we're shaken. I should not have given him that bomb. This is bad all around. Okay, so we're now over the target. We do get a +1 air to ground because of the weather. We get a +2 because of the card. I know it's hard to read from where you're at, but I'm pointing to a +2. So overall, it's a +3. The intel is just a +0, so intel doesn't do anything. So +3, because we are now shaken, we get a -2 with our pilot. So we're only going to get a +1. And we have only one bomb. It's this one. It is our Gucci one. Let me get it where you can see it. So let's roll, and I got to get a big number. We're depending on this badly. Oh, we did it. Oh my gosh. That 9 is going to give us 4 hits. Boy, we needed that. So we just did 4 hits to the target. That's the best you can ask for. Okay, so now that goes away. We're doing a lot cheaper bombs here. So we're going to do Sad Sack here. Sad Sack has the 0-cost bombs, 3 of them. And then the Incendiary. Sad Sack gets a +0. So we're just going to get a +3 overall because of the card and the weather. So I'm going to roll 4 dice. Okay. The mixed color one here, the volcano looking one, is going to be the Incendiary. The other 3 will be just a plain Jane. I need to roll an 8 or better. I do get to add +3 to all of them. So, oh man, we had an awesome roll. This is a 10, that's a 10, that's a 10, and then this is the 7 needed for that. So this is 2, 4, 6, and I did this wrong in the last campaign. Dean corrected me. The Incendiary does do 1 damage. So 2, 4, 6 plus 1 is 7. So we are up to 11 damage now on the target. So I'm going to put out the 10 and the 1. We have 11 damage on the target and it's burning. So we're already up to heavy damage. But let's see if we can finish it off. Because now we have the same situation, except 1 less of the 0-cost bombs. And I actually have a 2-cost bomb that I did pay 2 points for. So otherwise, it's the exact same configuration. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the dice again. The Incendiary will be the same, but now the red die is going to represent this one. Okay? And it is also +3 to all the dice. Well, this is a 5, which is still going to be a hit because of the nice bomb. This will be a 10, and this will be a 10, and this will be another hit with the Incendiary. I think that's enough because this is 2, 4, 5, 6 hits. We only needed 4. So we still destroyed the target. I think this is a product of spending the SO points on bombs has helped. Also, I think our bombers are just getting decent. The intel helped. A lot of factors went our way there. But very, very happy to have destroyed this target. So just move that over. I'm putting away some of our weapon tokens, if you don't mind. And then we're going to draw our card and let's get home. All right, so for the homebound, if the target was destroyed, gain SO points equal to the victory points. Yes! It's only 3, but it's still... I'm very happy with that. How many did we pay? We paid 3, 6. We spent 8. So we got 3 back. So we only spent 5. So that means I have 11 SO points right now for the next mission. So very happy. That was a wonderful event. I don't even remember experiencing that one before. Okay, one thing I forgot to do is after we faced these bandits here, I forgot to pull the variant for our fighter. So here you can see we're going to get a -4. So that puts him at -6, -7. So he's now shaken. So he's not going to fight quite as good on the way home. But he's still not out of it yet. So we're going to turn around and go here. this one would refresh, this would go to a 2, this would go to a 1, and then this one would attack us. And just so you understand, I'm doing it mechanically because that's what the rules say, but we're basically done. This is the final battle, just 1 unit, and then we're home free, okay? So we're gonna just draw 1, and it doesn't matter what the fighter variant is after this. I mean, they can draw a -10, it doesn't matter. Our fighter escort is gonna survive at least, hopefully, this final battle. And we drew, he's gonna engage. We are shaken, so we only get +7 to our die roll instead of +9. You know, boo-hoo. So let's see. And there we go, 6 and 7's 13. Boom, another one bites the dust. So we have 5 experience points, because I carried over 2 from when he leveled up last week. So we're at 5 experience points for this Mustang, with 3 of them being earned just on this trip. That's insane. I'm so so this particular campaign is giving our fighters and escorts a lot of experience points, and so don't ever spend the 4 extra SO points on your escorts. They're going to earn them all on their own. Okay, so we did destroyed 2 here, and then 1 more. So 1, 2, 3 is what we bump up. I apologize, I wasn't staying on top of that. And we are making it home. So everything else is smooth sailing. Okay, so let's do experience points. So we got 3 victory points. And that puts us to 22. And those 3 victory points was vehicle. So we're up to 7 on the vehicle, which means that we are 1 short of getting a success. So hopefully we'll get the success just with this next mission. Okay, so then Sad Sack gets 2. Our Mustang gets 2 more. Let's go to the Mustang first. He only needed 5. So we're going to scratch those out. His 2 that are left, and he's moving to veteran status. He's flying up the chart. Okay, Sad Sack got 2 and only has 2, so I don't think he's leveling up anytime soon. Who else? Jive Bomber. He's getting 2. And he has 2, 4, 6, 7. Did I forget to scratch stuff out? Jive Bomber is a skilled pilot. I wrote it down right here. I think I forgot to scratch stuff out. So he started off average. He went to skilled. And average spent 5 points. So 2, 4, 5. Yeah, he just has 2. Okay, and then Bomb Totin' Mama got 2. And that one is legit. So 2, 4, 6, 7. All of it is going to be spent, and Bomb Totin' Mama finally leveled up. So Bomb Totin' Mama is going to be a veteran. So well done there. All right, so let's get some level ups going here. This one, the engagements of course go away. So he's not as damaged as it looks. He actually only has 1 damage. So going to veteran, this +6 stays as a +6, but look at this. He now has a replenish skill. Oh, I didn't even know that. So that's even more awesome. This particular Mustang is the best Mustang ever. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. End of the week, he would replenish 1. So I'm going to take that damage away. He's full health. Yippee skippy. Excellent, excellent bandit. I just love him. All right, next. We leveled up Bomb Totin' Mama. So this one has 7 damage on him. And, this becomes a veteran. So now we got good aim. Oh, this is God aim. So this is that deed thing. So we get another +1. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to our die roll. We have a 10 before we even roll the die. That's insane, folks. This, that bandit's just shooting anything out of the sky at once. Okay, this one, Bomb Totin' Mama, is going to become a veteran as well. So it's now got the +2 air to ground. That's why I think we chose her. And the air to air is actually pretty good too. And so yeah, but no replenish on this one. And we do get to go up to veteran. So let's flip this over. The flak defense is still -2, but now it has evasion. Not as useful because the bandit attacks on this one are not very threatening to us. It's the flak that's the issue. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so what else? Let's move on to the next mission. That's what else. Okay, next mission, we roll for Luftwaffe response. Oh, I rolled a 10 again. So we're all out response. We're going to Hex 3. So this is the dilemma. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to get all of these engaging. Or we can go 1, 2, 3 and still get a whole bunch engaging. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and then of course target. Now, I can make our Mustang fly high escort because he doesn't need the extra +2 range to do the sweep. Now the sweep adds another +1 air to air, and it also lets him intercept 3 bandits. So there's a lot of advantages to sweep. I'm not convinced we're going to ever engage 3 bandits. Actually, we might. No, we're not going to. Because what's going to happen is when we fly here, we're going to engage this one. We're going to fly here, engage these 2. And then we're going to fly here and engage these 2. Okay? Here's the issue. Because of our variant, we're going to keep drawing those dang things that are going to make him go home. So I'm going to move him over to high escort because we know that it's less punitive, so it won't hurt him so much. Okay, so that was 3 victory points. We got him. So it's just a calculated thing I'm trying to do. The B-17s are pretty capable of defending themselves against fighters. If I have to do that, I'm just trying to do my best to not go there. And I just realized I didn't have a tactic on two of my bombers, so I got to get my tactics out. All right, so we got to equip our bombers and then draw our card. What was I going to say? So the 29 Super Fortress isn't going. We have 3 bombers that have 6 tonnage, but one of them does have a pilot that adds +2 weight, meaning that I can have an extra bomb of 2 weight points. So this target is only going to give us a +1 when we're over the target. It does have the incendiary, and I do think I want to spend some points. So what do I want to do? I mean, it costs 3 points to get something that can do 4 damage, but I have to roll a 9 to get there. For 1 more point, I can get these little Gucci's that give me +2 air to ground, which might be handy because I don't have our B-29 with us. So I'm thinking I'm going to buy 2 of these, 1 for each of my pilots that don't have a penalty to their skills, but that costs 4 weight points. So not a problem. I'm okay with that, but it does cost 4 weight points, and then so that's 8, and I have 11. I mean, it doesn't hurt to save a few. So I'm going to put incendiary on these 2 bombers. So that'll, well, on just one of the bombers. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to do a 2 0-cost bombs on this one. Here, let me show you what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking of doing a 4 and then this would be 6. But see, this one can be 8 because of this. So we have a 4, and then I'm contemplating a 6 and an 8, or I do have 3 SO points I can spend. You know, do I just grab a 1-pointer? It has much better hit odds. Or I can just grab a 3-pointer, right? Because this guy can carry 8 points worth of bombs. And then this one over here is just going to be nothing but 0 pointers. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, here we go. Let's set this up. Okay, and then we're going to put the escort out high. 357, right? Yep. And then we're going to put out our bombers. Ding, ding, and ding. And one of these, the 499th, that's the, we bought a new one, and I forgot to get the token for it. So 351. Okay. Red, white, and blue. Just like always. All right, time to, before we take off, I'm gonna make sure I get some caffeine. Caffeine is good. Let's roll our die or get our card. I am deathly concerned about this. I think this is going to make this campaign so hard. All right, draw 2 additional bandits. Oh no. Up to the max. There is no max when it's an all-out response. Oh my gosh, what an awful one to get. Oh man, oh man, oh man. 2 extra bandits. Whew. Okay, well here we go. This all of a sudden got a lot more interesting. Okay, so we are the second group. We're going to fly to here, and we're going to draw, this is going to be a 3, and we're going to draw 3 bandits. So our escort will be able to take on 2 of them. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so these are all 1 space away. Obviously the no bandit doesn't matter. This one has a 0 on it, so it disengages before it even starts. And then this one, 1 space away, is a veteran, so he's going to take us on. We don't have to roll. You automatically engage in order here. You only have to roll if you want to engage something that's deeper down and like skip the ones that are up front. So, so we do automatically engage. We don't have out of the sun. So we don't get that huge advantage of being fast like we did with the last one. So he gets to go first. So we're going to roll for him. I do get a 5, but remember the campaign is a -2, so he becomes a 4-3. So he misses, and that was really good for us. So we get +6 to our pilot. That's still pretty dang good, even though he's not the best pilot. And I just rolled a 9. That's brutal. So 9 + 6 is 15 - 2. We just took out another veteran. I think that's our 3rd one that we've taken out. And that gets me 1 experience point for my Mustang group. Okay, so now we have to draw the variant thing. And remember how the sweep is always much worse. This sweep would have been a -4. We got a -3. So 1 point better. We are currently at -4 total, which means we're not even shaken yet. Well, we need them because we're going to get a lot more. We're moving to here now. This is going to go to a 2. This one will be a 3. And this one will be a 3. So we're going to get 1, 2, and then 2 more. So 4. 4 bandits, but none of them are going to be underneath. So they're all going to be from 1 range away. So let's just hope we draw some no bandits here. And we got to get 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh my gosh, I drew 3 of them. So 3 of them are out. This one is going to engage us for 1 turn. And he gets to go first. I rolled a 1, not going to happen. We rolled a 7, plus the 6 is 13, minus 1 is 12. We got another one. So another point for the good guys. And we just went up 1, 2 again. So I'm going to put a second one here. Okay, now let's do the variant. And get one of these things drawn. And I hope it won't be so bad. All right, so the sweep would have been a -3, and we got a -2. So again, the strategy's paying off. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. I am still not shaken. So the strategy is working. By switching to a high escort, we're making it through more battles with less overall damage. The sweep would be nice, but so now we're over target. This one will go to a 1. This goes to a 2. And then we get intercepted by this one, which is a 3, and this one, which is a 3. So here's our advantage. None of them have been like underneath us. So we're getting an advantage. Like if we draw the noobs, that counts like a no bandit, you know? So we're drawing 4 again. Here's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Oh my gosh. I never did that before. I didn't even know there was 4 of them in there. Okay, I mean, I guess we knew there was 3. I just did that. So let me get it shuffled. All right. That was awesome. Okay, I don't have to draw, by the way, one of those chips, the variant chips, because we didn't actually engage in any battle. So that keeps our escorts a little fresh for the return trip, which, by the way, we're going to experience very soon here. Okay, we're over the target. So now let's roll for flak. Red, white, and blue. It's 1 roll. And you can see there it's a 7, 8, or 10. So we're going to do red, white, and blue. Oh. Okay, red is a 9. White is a miss. Oops, sorry. Red is a 9. White is a miss. And that's a 12. Because remember, we have to add +2 to everything. Our durability does reduce everything by 1. So this becomes an 8, and that's an 11. It doesn't matter. So blue's going to get hit for 3. This one will get hit for 2. So who's red? The 351st. That is our new guy, Screwball. So he's getting hit for 2. And that's no big deal for him. He is fine. Now, blue is getting bashed for 3. That's the 457th. That's Homesick Angel. He's already at -5. He now goes up to -8. So here's the good news. If he would have gone to -9, he would be shaken. So we survived by the skin of our chinny chin chin. And the reason is he's the one that has replenish 2 on him. So had he not been replenishing every round, he would have been toast. But we're good. So let's drop some bombs, baby. So let's do the hardest ones first. We're going to start with Screwball. Screwball has 1, 2, 3 of the exact same 0-cost bombs. And let me zoom in a little and maybe get the camera oriented a little bit better. How's that? So we need an 8, 2, or 10. So here we go. +1 for the target card. I know it's hard to read, but it's +1. The intel is nothing. I'm just going to toss that back in the thing. But or no, if we fail to destroy it, it has to stay. +1 for the weather. So it's +2 for that. Okay. Screwball gets a -1. So it's just a +1 for Screwball. So here we go. 3 dice. Doesn't matter which one's which. Got an 8 +1, and then these 2 are misses. So we did 1 hit with Screwball. That's not going to get the job done. but I think we knew better. All right, so should we do our best one now? Yeah, why not? Let's not be so suspenseful. Blind date gets a +2, +1 for this, +1 for the weather, and that's it. It has, or no. There's more. This bomb has a +2 written on it. So that'll be red, and this one will be white. Okay? So red gets a +4, white gets a +2. Oh, that 9 looks so beautiful. All right, so this gets a +4, so it goes to a 7. This goes to an 11. Okay, so the 7 is 3 hits on this bomb and 4 hits on that one. So we just did 7 hits. Unfortunately, we left 1 hit on the table because we didn't roll high enough, but that's okay. I just said 7 hits, so that puts us up to 8. We still need 6 more. I am very concerned because I'm not sure we're going to get 6 more. We do have this one, okay? So this is potentially 4 hits. So that gives us a +4 to the red die. And then we have the incendiary, which will be the white die. And that only gets a +2. Oh no. So this one +4 is only a 5, and that's only going to be 2 hits. So this puts us to 10 hits on the target. 10 hits on the target is not even enough for heavy damage. Oh no, the incendiary hit. So that puts us to 11. Oh my gosh, we got so lucky. All right, so 11 hits puts us at heavy damage. Okay, so it's at heavy damage, and since we hit with the incendiary, we get to now roll do the incendiary roll, and this one is going to require the miracle. So we need a 6 or better. Let's go. We need this. We need this. No. Okay, so this, we failed to destroy it. It obviously doesn't need much to get destroyed, but that means we're going to have to waste another whole week, another whole mission going after this thing. So it is heavy damaged, and that part is nice, I guess, but now all these Luftwaffe squadrons are going to swarm us, and we're not going to be able to get there as easily. Okay, so now we got to get home. So let's do our come home. Wow, we got this again? Hold on. We did. We got the same event again. And if the target was destroyed, gain the SO points, which it was not. Dang it. That would have been so sweet. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get the job done. And had our B-29 been available, we would have gotten it done. So just how it goes. All right, so we're turning around. And we're going to come back to here. And there's nobody available to intercept us. This one we can just flip because we're not in their range. This becomes a 1. That becomes a 1. That does become available. So see how that works? So now we're going to go here, and we're going to have to deal with this one. But we can flip everybody else because we're done. I'm not even going to bother flipping this one. So we're done. But this is going to be 3 because of that dang event. So we're going to get 3 bandits on a final battle. And the good news is our escort is still not even shaken. So 1, 2, and 3. Now they are all 1 space away. So the reason I know I'm going to be engaging them is because this one at 1 space away runs away. And so I got 2 of them there. All right, they're both going to attack. Red on the top, white on the bottom. So 10 minus 2 is 8. That's 1 hit. 7 minus 2 is 5. That's another hit. So getting 2 hits at this point puts us to shaken because of the variant problem. We are now at 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. with 3 actual damage. So that puts us to shaken. So we only get a +2 to our die roll. And we're going to go after the... they're both only going to do 1 round. So we're going to go after the easier one. And we got a 10. So we did get him. And it didn't matter because this one's flying away, right? After 1 round. So we just went for the easy one. All right, so that gave us a 3rd experience point, and we do move this up 1 again, and we are back. We made it back. It wasn't that bad of a mission, other than the fact that we failed to destroy the target completely. So let's do some things. The first one is let's take care of our replenish. Obviously, we did this one already over here. Let me zoom back out. This one has a replenish 2, so this -8 is going to become a -6. 2 points a week is pretty sweet. So, and then this one actually has a replenish 1. Even though he's not that good, we're already at a replenish 1 with him, so that helps. Okay, we only get 1 experience point, so the fighter now has 6, and he leveled up. He only needs 5 to level up, so 2 and 3, he has 1 left, and he becomes average. He's still a greenie. Okay, so he's going to promote to average, so let's do that. These 2 escort markers go back in the cup, and this all comes off. And the green is going to become average. So his +4 +2 becomes +4 +3. So he didn't get that much better, but his shaken abilities got better. Okay, next up is Blind Date. Blind Date's going to get 1 experience. He has 2, 4, 5. He levels up. And he's going to become a veteran. Ooh. So let's see what happens with Blind Date here. So Blind Date's going to become a veteran. And the veteran, see, has a replenish 1. And by the way, the replenish happens after the promotions. So the fact that he promoted and now has a replenish 1, he gets to do it. So that's good. So that we were able to replenish 1 with him, that's good. And we also got a +1 air to ground. So everything improved with him. Very nice. Okay, next up is Homesick Angel. He only gets 1. That's 4 total. Oh, he's 1 away. Okay. So next is Screwball. Oh, I didn't even write Screwball in. And he's average. And he gets 1 experience. That's definitely not going to level him up. And that's it. We don't get any victory points, so I don't even get to record that. We did spend 8 points. I need to be more diligent about writing this down, and had 3 left. Okay, well, we are now at end of month. I know I'm an hour in on this video. There was a lot going on with this particular week, but we're not quite over because now we got to do end of month. So let me get out the rule book and let's go through it. It's pretty straightforward, but I always miss something if I try to go off of memory. First thing we do is the secondary mission. Okay, so the secondary mission is real simple. If there was something here, it gets resolved, success or fail. If there's something not there, we skip to step 2, and step 2 is we take this and move it over. Step 3 would have been is if it was like this, we would have done that. That's it. That's all you do in this step. So we're moving it over. This is the final month. We must accomplish this next month. Next, we have to determine the warfront adjustments and do the theater stuff. Yeah. Okay. So, first thing, let's go to the Mediterranean theater. If, and it's a big if I can somehow roll a 9 or better, miracle roll time, we will get +2 SO a week for the rest of the campaign. Sweet daddy. So I wish I could, I wish I might, have a wish and wish in sight. I would really love to get 2 extra SO points a week. However, I have no bonuses or minuses or anything to it. I have nothing. I got nothing. So let's roll and just hope for the miracle. Oh, no. I rolled a 1. This is worse. This is awful news. Because guess what happens when I roll a 1? I'm going backwards. Oh. That hurt. That hurts so much. Okay, well, I was the secondary mission lets you add a +3 to any theater of my choice. I was actually very tempted to add it to this because I wanted to get those 2 SO points, and I was just 1 away. Well, now it's not so nice of an idea. Okay, the Russians are 2 away. They're moving this way. So let's roll. Oh, I rolled a 1 again. Oh, come on. So the Russians are falling back. Oh, no. Okay, so the Brits, the Mediterranean is taking up 2. The Russians are only doing 1. So that means the 4 belongs to Russia, and everything else is going to be deploying in Europe. Because Russia went backwards, Russia was going to have 4 and 5, but now it dropped to 4. This is awful news. Oh my gosh. We got slammed there, folks. So, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Oh, these 2 were there to show that at the end of the week we get to destroy 2 squadrons. So, yeah, we do get to destroy 2, and of course I'm going to do those 2. And I'm just going to add it here, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Holy cow, 15 of them is a lot. All right. Okay, so next up is we do theater deployment. So, just like I was explaining, I'm going to roll a d10, and if I get a 1, it's going to go to the reserve. Now, the reserve is sort of this thing that if we ever are doing so well in here, it is possible that there's none of these left on the map, and then the reserve would start coming out and filling in the map. Okay, the 2 and 3 goes to the Mediterranean, the 4 goes to Russia, and then the rest of these are going to Europe. So I'm going to roll 4 at a time so we can get through this. All right, this one. So 3 of them are going to Europe, and 1 is going to Mother Russia. All right, let's go again. This one goes to the reserves, 1 goes to Russia. So 1 reserve, 1 to Russia, and then 2 to the front. All right. Another 2 to the reserve. That's actually a miracle roll. and 1 to Russia, and then only 1 to the front. And then I only have to roll 3 now. Yeah, I gotta quit messing things up. Holy cow, another 1 to the reserve. And 2 of them to the front. Now, I forgot something. I'm supposed to roll for, I need to roll for the ETO theater. The ETO theater may advance. So let's see what happens there. I rolled a 1 again. I'm rolling a lot of 1s now, right now. Holy cow. Now, the good news is it's not just hurting me. I rolled a lot of 1s for the reserve as well. But here's the good news. The Americans don't get beaten back into the sea. They never retreat. It just means they didn't advance either. So the ETO is stuck where it is. And now we got to get these suckers deployed. So I'm going to have to roll 2 dice at a time. And yes, I need to get a dice tower or something out. This is a 12. So it's going to go here. I'm going to just roll down here. I rolled a 5, which goes there. That's a 13. Sorry, you're not seeing what I'm rolling here. That's a 14. 13. 8. Oh, where's 8? Oh, way over here. 10. Oh, right there. And 9 is there. Okay, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like it's the end of the world bad, right? If I can get these 2 eliminated, I actually have a nice clear path to Berlin. If I need to do anything in France and I get an all-out swarm fest, holy buckets. It's just, it looks just excruciating. Okay, so what's next? Yep, we just did the map placement. The German technology becomes available. Okay, so let's do this. We're got to build 1 factory. So we're going to draw a aircraft factory card. And it has a supply value of 4 on it. So that's not good. And it is over Berlin. That part might be to our advantage. So I got to grab a 4 supply, put it on. So then we advance. So let me move the camera over here. So what happens is Flak R and Surveillance R are now researched by the Germans. So what you do is you just flip them over to show that they're active. And so it's now a +2 defense response, which means +2 to the Luftwaffe roll. That's what that means. Yes, that's what it means, folks. And then this is +2 flak on top of the +2 flak that the campaign gives. So yes, we are in trouble. All right, so they both go right here under German technology, and they stay there for the rest of the game. There's nothing we can do about it. Now, here's the thing. This jammer, for 3 points, cancels the surveillance radar. In other words, it cancels the -2 penalty, or the +2 Luftwaffe response. That's all it does. It costs 3 points, but I think it's 3 points well spent. Now, you got to put this on the lead bomber. If that bomber is not the lead bomber in the group, then it doesn't count. if that bomber, like the way Hog Wild had to sit out, you know, and then other bombers went instead of him, then it doesn't count. So there's only 2 of them in the game. So I got to pick which 2 are going to be my lead bombers from here on out, and that's pretty much who's going to get these, okay? That's 3 points each. Then here's the part that really hurts, is the chaff. The chaff cancels the flak gun radar. It costs 2 points to purchase. And these are one-time use, meaning you have to buy them every single mission that you use them. Otherwise, it's going to just keep getting that bonus over and over again. The chaff, of course. So I'm trying to see what the 1 to the right is. I think that 1 just means it's a one-time use. So chaff consists of bundles of aluminum strips. Chaff nullifies the flak gun radar. It must be purchased for every mission and is discarded after the mission. It must be with the lead bomber on the mission, and it weighs 1 weight point. Oh no! So that's even worse. It weighs a weight point. So, a +4 to all the flak rolls is brutally awful. But that's our. So that's why I was saying getting +2 SO points a week would be really nice, because I think we're going to be buying chaff at 2 points each every time, and what hurts is it now takes up a weight point. The good thing is we have a B-24 group, and then maybe our Super Fortress can consume the weight point. I don't know, but it has to also be on your lead bomber. So whichever one gets the radar is also the one that's going to get that. Definitely interesting times at Ridgemont High here. Okay, so what's next? Let's roll to see if the German commander gets replaced. The German commander is replaced with a 7 or better. So odds are pretty decent. I mean, we repaired our plane with the same odds. I got a 5. So German commander is not replaced yet. Now we do monthly replacement points. So we get 18 replacement points. Okay, so the way Dean explained it is, this is one bomber group, that's another, and then the fighters are considered a third. So I have 3 damage on the fighters. If I want to repair 3 damage on my bombers, I have to also repair 3 damage on my fighters. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to repair 3 here, and that means I get to repair 3 here and 3 here, and that would be 9 total. So out of the 18. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 3 there, and then we're going to replace 3 here, and it's going to be Hog Wild, because he's our most valuable player. So he gets reduced to a 3. Then we come over here, and I got a -7 on this one. So I will replace 3 from him down to a -4. Okay, so now we got 9 points left. And so that means I need to do 5 on one, 4 on the other. So over here, I can easily do 4. So what I think I'm going to do is 2 and 2 on these guys. So there's a -2 for him and a -2 for him. And I'm hoping that if they level up, this one is not getting any replenish skill. Holy cow. How about this one? Oh, he's already a veteran, yeah. So these B-24s, they have extra weight points, but man, oh man, they don't replenish themselves at all. Okay, so then over here, I get to do 5. And so I'm going to repair this one all the way. He's that important. And then I get to do 2 more. And this one gets to repair 2 every week. Did I remember to do that? I guess I did. This one now repairs 1. This one repairs 1. See, everybody over here is repairing. But what I'll do is, since this one has 6 damage, 3, so I get to repair 2 more, right? So I'm going to reduce this one to a 5 and this one to 2. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so that brings us to the end. We're moving up to August, first week. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. And that's it. I'm sorry for the hour and 20. I didn't realize it was going to take so long, but there's a lot going on with this particular campaign right now. My assessment so far, we're doing okay. I don't think we're doing great. I think we're going to get swarmed. But the damage on our bombers is pretty high. I think I need to buy a few more bombers. And the SO points are becoming very hard to come by right now. That's my larger concern. Okay, stay awesome.